when I went to do my hands-on part where we're, you know, sitting here doing this, applying acrylic, polishing, taking off, first aid steps. I believe I dropped my glue, and that was the only glue that I had. By the way, take an extra glue. I'm pretty sure they told me that, but I didn't do it. Dropped my glue, and I had a huge brain fart, and I asked the lady, which you can't do, oh, am I supposed to pick this up with a paper towel? Do I throw it away? Can I still use it? And she basically was like, I want to help you, but it would be unfair to the other people, and I'd have to tell them what to do. I'm going to go in with a second coat of primer. But, so pretty much I picked it up with a paper towel, and then I cleaned it off, and I used it. And I think that was really the only bad thing that I ran across. But turned out perfectly fine, and I passed, so super happy about that. What we can do right now is I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna buff the top of the nail. Don't worry about the white stuff up there, that's gel. That doesn't really come off after I remove an old nail. So I know some nail techs, to save time, they just take the drill over it, and they don't use the metal bits to go over the nail. They just use, it's like a sanding bit. I have it right here. It's these ones. It's just like a file. You can use the fine one and go over the nail with it, because the nail has to be roughed up a little bit for any glue or acrylic to adhere to. If it's just on a basic clean slate like the nail tip, the acrylic or your nail tip will lift easier and sooner. So I just go through, buff that piece especially. You want it to be kind of as flat as possible. It's so funny when you're doing your state board tests and going through these steps, and you're just so under pressure. But it's definitely not that bad. I use clippers to clip the ends of my tips. This one. But a little bit about my nail career background. I went to nail tech school before I graduated high school. I was homeschooled, so pretty much to do something else to get out of the house. My grandparents signed me up for nail tech school, and finally got licensed in 2015. I took a year break in between when I actually finished school to when I got licensed, which was kind of a bad idea, because when I went back to, when I finally signed up for my test, I went back to the school and was like, hey, you know, can you check out my bag to make sure I have everything right? And they were all, you didn't take your test yet? And I was like, no, I was like, I'm doing it now. And they were all, oh, girl, you haven't been in either. You know, some things have changed. So, not only, I felt pretty prepared before that, but once they told me things changed, okay. I got super freaked out, and I went to Glendale to take my test with my grandparents, and I think they hated the whole time that we were there, because I just wanted to study. They wanted to walk around, look around, shop and stuff, and I wasn't having it. I was studying while we were out at dinner, because that was for my, you know, my test, and I was freaking out because I missed so much. Okay, so this is going to be my coffin shape outcome. Now these fingers are weird. I don't know if you can tell, it goes straight, then the actual finger goes out. So I'm trying to line the tip up with how this goes. So it might look a little weird, but basically that's the outcome of the shape. We got our paper towels. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to start where the nail tip meets the actual nail. I place a small dot there, work that out. Okay, just to kind of give the tip some extra support. Okay, so next we're going to start right there again. Okay, now you kind of want to work with it, shape it while it's drying up a bit. Then I go back in, wet my brush, and work it downwards. Okay. Now your goal when applying acrylic is to get it as neat and as possible, so you have minimal filing when you're working on your client. We're going to go in with the tip right here. You want to have minimal filing with your client. It's really not about time management when you're looking for quality. And I've worked in multiple salons where they're like, you know, we do this to help get our clients out of here fast, and then, you know, when you're really trying to work and do a good job and some clients don't appreciate you know, your timing and your effort of trying to, you know, get their nails to look perfect, because that's what everyone wants that sits in your seat. So now we're going in on the top area, and we're going to just brush this part down. Okay. Next, going to add just a little more right there. Alright. And that's about it. Now, if you look at my nail, you see how you know, smooth, and there's acrylic all on there. Your nail is dry, you're gonna tap it, and that's dry. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in and file this nail, and like I said, fingertip, I'm just gonna go through. Now working with this is different from actually filing somebody's nail. And then the best part is going over and buffing. This is just going to really smooth everything out. It's going to smooth those edges out, the sides. It's just going to bring the whole nail together. So we'll go in and do that. Okay. There is is a little piece right here that is a little, okay, do that, alright. Now when you're holding a client's fingers, you do want to hold it like this, especially if you're drilling, so you can pull back that skin, do anything you need. But this is a little harder to hold, so I just hold it like this. I'm not this rough when holding a client's finger. Alright, now let's go ahead and show you a close-up of this. So look at that. Look at that shape. Then we're gonna go in, look at the side view. Okay. The other side. And we'll give you a view of the tip. Okay. So that's pretty much how I do my coffin shaped nails. Like I said, everybody's different. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go in with this, what is it called? Crystrio foil transfer gel. This is actually for these that you stick on the nail, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this. Then I'm gonna cure it, and then that sticky layer is what's going to is what I'm going to stick the foils to, and without really moving them or making a mess. So let me go ahead and cure this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to pick out with our tweezers. Okay, I'm going to press that onto the nail. And you might need to break these up a little more. Okay, press down into the nail. Okay, let's go in with some pink. Pretty much we're just down, and then we're going to press it down into that nail, into that sticky layer that's left. And I mean, you can do that with any basic gel polish that you have, gel top coat, because I know a lot of people are big on the no wipe top coats now, so basically that sticky layer won't be there with those. But if you just use like an older top coat, you'll be able to get this look just fine. Press that onto the nail. Okay, let's go in with a little bit of green. Oh my god. That was not smart. Okay, so that piece got a little out of hand, but that's fine. It looks, still looks good. Let's go in with some blue. this piece right there. Get one piece. Okay, now probably go in with one more little piece of each color, just to kind of give it that finished look. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far. I'm going to do a little piece of pink. There. Okay. Now a little piece of blue or green. Let's do that one first. Okay, so I'll do this green right here.